Hey friends, and welcome back to English Podcast for Listening and Speaking. It's truly wonderful to have you join me here again in this quiet space we share. Our aim, as always, is to explore the beautiful journey of learning English, not through hurried lessons, but through calm, reflective stories and gentle conversations. We believe that true learning flourishes when we feel relaxed and engaged, allowing the language to flow naturally into our minds and hearts. So, if today's episode resonates with you, if it helps you feel a little more at ease with your English journey, or simply brings a moment of calm to your day, I'd love if you liked this episode, subscribed to our channel, or perhaps left a kind comment. Your gentle support truly means the world to us and helps this quiet space grow. Now get comfortable, maybe pour some tea, and let's begin. I've often found myself reflecting on what it truly means to master something. Whether it's a craft, a skill, or in our case, a language. We live in a world that often celebrates instant success, quick fixes, and the idea of overnight breakthroughs. We see dazzling examples of people who seem to effortlessly grasp new concepts, and sometimes it can make us feel as though mastery is reserved only for the naturally gifted, for those with some innate talent that we might lack. Perhaps you felt this too, looking at your English journey and wondering if there's some secret ingredient, some expensive course, or a fast-track program that could magically unlock fluency for you. We might even fall into the trap of thinking that if we just cram a lot of information in a short burst, we'll somehow achieve that elusive mastery. But what if I told you that this perception, this belief that mastery is about natural ability or intense short-term effort, is actually one of the biggest misconceptions we face? Today, I want us to gently explore what you truly need to master English. And it might surprise you, because it's not about how smart you are, or how quickly you pick things up, or how much money you spend on lessons. It's about something far more fundamental, something quiet, yet immensely powerful. It's about persistence. You see, at its heart, persistence means continuing to do something despite difficulty, despite delays, and even when success seems far away. It's about the long-term effort, not the instant result. Imagine a tiny seed pushed into the earth. It doesn't burst into a tree overnight. It needs consistent daily care, a little water, a little sunlight, day after day, through good weather and bad. Mastery, in the truest sense, is built through that same kind of consistent, daily effort. It's achieved by repeating and practicing, especially in those moments when you feel challenged, when you stumble, when the words just won't come. Progress isn't a sudden leap. It happens slowly, gradually, like the imperceptible growth of that tree, adding a tiny ring each year. Think about the incredible work of Angela Duckworth, who taught us about grit. She defines grit as a deep passion and a sustained persistence toward long-term goals. Her research showed something truly profound. Grit, this quiet determination, is often a far better predictor of success than intelligence, natural talent, or even our background. It means that the person who keeps showing up, who keeps trying, who keeps pushing gently forward, will often achieve more than someone who is brilliant but gives up easily. And our amazing brains, they support this idea beautifully. Neuroscience tells us about something called neuroplasticity, the incredible ability of our brain to adapt and actually rewire itself. When we engage in repeated effort, especially when we struggle and persist through a challenge, our brain literally changes. It builds new pathways. So, when you feel like you're struggling with a grammar point, or when a new word feels impossible to remember, understand that this struggle isn't a sign of failure. It's actually a sign that your brain is actively working, actively changing, actively learning. Language learning studies consistently reinforce this. The most successful learners aren't necessarily the smartest ones. They are the ones who engage regularly, who consistently expose themselves to the language, and who use it over and over again. It's this repeated exposure and consistent use that truly builds fluency. For instance, did you know that reaching a B2 level in English, a strong intermediate level, typically takes anywhere from 600 to 750 hours of dedicated practice? This isn't about cramming. It's about hundreds of small, consistent efforts, spaced out over time, gently building a foundation, brick by brick. So, as we think about mastering English, let's release the pressure of needing to be perfect, or fast, or naturally talented. Instead, let's embrace the gentle power of persistence. It is in the quiet, consistent act of showing up for your English every single day, even in the smallest ways, that true mastery slowly but surely takes root and flourishes. As we gently peel back the layers of what it truly means to master English, we encounter some beautiful words and phrases that help us understand this journey more deeply. These aren't just words to memorize. They are concepts to feel, to live, to breathe into your learning process. The first phrase I want us to sit with is consistent effort. We touched upon this in our earlier conversation. It means doing something regularly, like a gentle, steady rain nurturing a plant, rather than a sudden, overwhelming storm. It's not about grand, exhausting gestures, but small, repeatable actions. For your English, this might look like listening to just 5 minutes of a podcast every day, or writing 2 sentences in your journal, or even just thinking in English for a few moments while you make your tea. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, with kindness towards yourself. Think of a gardener who waters their plants a little bit every day. That's consistent effort. It's that gentle, unwavering presence that makes all the difference. Let's say that together, slowly. Consistent effort. Now, you try out loud if you feel comfortable. Consistent effort. Next, let's consider gradual progress. This phrase helps us understand that improvement in English isn't a sudden leap. It's like watching a child grow. You don't see the change day by day, but over weeks, months, years, you realize how much they have transformed. Your English journey is much the same. You might not notice your progress every single day or even every week. But if you look back at where you were 6 months ago or a year ago, you will almost certainly see how far you've come. It's those tiny, almost imperceptible steps forward that accumulate into significant change. When you practice consistently, you are making gradual progress, even if it doesn't always feel that way. It's like building a beautiful house, brick by brick, slowly, steadily. Let's say it together. Gradual progress. And now, your turn, quietly. Gradual progress. Our brains are truly amazing, and this brings us to our next phrase, to rewire itself. We talked about neuroplasticity, this incredible ability our brain has. When we say our brain rewires itself, we mean that through repeated experience and learning, the physical connections and pathways in our brain actually change. Imagine a forest path. The more people walk on it, the clearer and more defined it becomes. Similarly, the more you practice a new English word or a tricky grammar pattern, the stronger those neural pathways become. When you struggle a little, when you push yourself just beyond your comfort zone, you're not failing. You're actively helping your brain to rewire itself, to become more efficient at understanding and producing English. It's a beautiful, natural process, driven by your persistent engagement. Let's try saying this phrase, to rewire itself. And now, softly, you try. To rewire itself. Another important word in our conversation about mastery is sustained. This word means continuing for a long period without interruption, kept going. When we talk about sustained persistence or sustained effort, we are emphasizing the long-term nature of the commitment. It's not just doing something once or twice, but maintaining that action over an extended period. Think of a gentle flowing river that never stops moving towards the sea. Its journey is sustained. True English mastery isn't built on short bursts of intense study, followed by long breaks. It's built on a sustained, steady rhythm of learning. It's about cultivating a habit that you can keep going, gently, for years, allowing the language to slowly integrate into the very fabric of your mind. Let's say the word together. Sustained. And now, your turn, softly. Sustained. As we embark on this journey of learning and growth, we hope for a beautiful outcome. And for that, we have the word flourish. To flourish means to grow or develop in a healthy or vigorous way, especially as a result of a particularly favorable environment. When your English skills flourish, it means they are not just getting better. They are thriving, becoming vibrant, alive, and natural. When you apply consistent effort, make gradual progress, and allow your brain to rewire itself through sustained practice, your English skills will inevitably flourish. They will blossom like a well-tended garden, full of beauty and life. Imagine your confidence growing, your words flowing more easily, your understanding deepening. That's what it means for your English to flourish. Let's say it together with a sense of hopeful growth. Flourish. And now you try. Flourish. Finally, let's consider the word foundation. A foundation is the basic or underlying structure of something. Think of a strong building. Its strength comes not just from its beautiful walls or roof, but from the solid foundation beneath. In your English learning journey, every new word you learn, every grammar pattern you practice, every moment you spend listening or speaking is like laying another brick in your personal language foundation. A strong foundation allows you to build higher, to express more complex ideas, to understand nuances. It's what gives stability and strength to your overall language ability. It's not about rushing to the top, but about patiently ensuring that each layer of your learning is solid and secure. Let's say this important word together. Foundation. And now, softly, you try. Foundation. These words, consistent effort, gradual progress, to rewire itself, sustained, flourish, and the foundation are more than just vocabulary. They are guiding principles for your English journey. They remind us that mastery is a patient, beautiful process, built not on magic, but on gentle, persistent dedication. As you continue your learning, carry these words with you. Let them be a calm whisper, reminding you of the quiet power you hold within. Now, as we gently transition from the building blocks of vocabulary, let's take a moment to reflect on our own journeys, on the paths we've walked, and the quiet steps we've taken. Our language, English, has a beautiful way of helping us connect our past experiences to our present reality, to see how the seeds we planted long ago are blooming now. Today, I want us to softly explore a grammar pattern that is perfect for this kind of reflection. The present perfect tense. Don't let the name intimidate you. It's simply a way to speak about things that started in the past but are still connected to our lives right now. It's like tracing a line from a past moment directly to this very moment you are listening. We use it when we talk about experiences we've had, actions we've completed that have a present result, or things that started in the past and are still true. It's formed with have or has and the past participle of a verb. For example, I have learned, you have listened, we have grown. It's a gentle way to acknowledge how far we've come. Think about our earlier conversation about consistent effort. I've always believed that consistent effort is the true key to unlocking anything meaningful in life, especially language mastery. This isn't a new belief for me. It's something I've held in my heart for a long, long time, and it continues to guide me today. When I say, I've always believed that consistent effort is key, I am using the present perfect to show you that this belief began in the past, and it is still very much alive within me right now. It connects my past wisdom to my present understanding. Can you feel that? It's not just about what happened yesterday, but how yesterday is shaping today. Another beautiful way the present perfect helps us is when we talk about experiences. Maybe you've listened to many of these podcasts, or you've tried to speak English with new people. Perhaps you've read a book in English that felt challenging at first, but now you understand so much more. These are not just isolated events. They are part of a continuous tapestry of your learning. For instance, you might say, I've encountered moments where English felt challenging. This tells me that at some point in your past, you faced difficulties, and the memory, the experience, is still relevant to you now. It reminds you of your perseverance. Or perhaps, I've always loved walking through quiet streets, reflecting on my thoughts. This speaks to a feeling, a preference, that started long ago and continues to be part of who you are. It's not about when exactly these things happened, but that they happened, and they are part of your story up until now. Consider our talk about gradual progress. You might reflect and say, my English skills have improved gradually over the last year. This sentence uses the present perfect to show a process that started in the past a year ago and has been ongoing, leading to improvement right up to this moment. You are acknowledging the accumulation of those small, almost imperceptible steps. It's a way to affirm your journey, to celebrate the quiet, continuous work you've been doing, or thinking about our brain's ability to rewire itself. You could say, my brain has definitely started to rewire itself as I've practiced English more consistently. This highlights a change that began in the past due to your practice and has continued. resulting in a different brain today. It's a beautiful way to acknowledge the tangible physiological changes happening within you because of your dedication. Let's try a few more reflective sentences using the present perfect, connecting back to our theme of mastering English through persistence. I've learned that true mastery isn't about natural talent. This expresses a realization, an understanding that you have gained through your journey up to this point. It's not just a past event, it's a truth you hold now. You've been diligently listening to these podcasts for weeks now. Here, the present perfect continuous form emphasizes an action that started in the past and is still ongoing. It acknowledges your sustained effort, your commitment to showing up consistently. Think about how many episodes you have absorbed, how many moments of calm learning you have embraced. Our discussion today has truly helped me understand the importance of sustained effort. This shows that the impact of our conversation, which began in the past, is still felt and understood by you now. The learning is fresh and relevant. The present perfect allows us to look back at the entire landscape of our learning journey and see how every step, every effort, every quiet moment of practice has shaped who we are as English learners right now. It's a tense of connection, linking the past to the present, showing how your past consistent efforts have led to your present English mastery, or are actively building towards it. So, as you reflect on your own path, gently ask yourself, what steps have I taken? What have I learned? What quiet efforts have I consistently made that are shaping my English journey today? The answers, expressed through the present perfect, will reveal a beautiful story of growth and persistence. Now, let's take all these gentle threads we've woven together, our new words, the present perfect, and the quiet power of persistence, and use them to speak. This is your moment to connect with English, to feel the words on your tongue, and to let them echo your own journey. I'll offer a sentence, and I invite you softly to repeat it after me. Don't rush. Just feel the rhythm, the meaning, and let the sounds unfold. First, let's bring in our idea of consistent effort. Remember those small, steady steps. I've found that consistent effort truly leads to progress. Can you say that with me? I found that consistent effort truly leads to progress. Good. Now thinking about how our brains adapt, how they rewire themselves. My brain has been rewiring itself with every new word I learn. Let's try that together. My brain has been rewiring itself with every new word I learn. Wonderful. And the idea of gradual progress, like the slow unfolding of a flower. My English skills have improved gradually because I never stopped practicing. Your turn, slowly. My English skills have improved gradually because I never stopped practicing. Beautiful. These sentences are not just words. They are reflections of your own journey. Now, let's pause and let these ideas resonate within you. I'll ask a soft question, and I invite you to answer it aloud, or perhaps in your mind, or even in a quiet journal after our time together. There's no right or wrong answer, only your truth. Thinking about the present perfect and how our past actions shape our present. What have you consistently done wise to improve your English? Have you been listening to podcasts like this one? Have you been reading a few pages of an English book each day? Have you tried to speak English with a friend, even just for a few minutes? What consistent efforts have you made? Consider a time when English felt challenging, when you needed that deep sense of persistence. What have you learned about your own inner strength during those moments? How has your mindset changed and about learning since you started? And finally, thinking about the journey ahead. What is one small, consistent effort you have committed to doing this week to continue your journey towards mastery? It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe it's listening to 5 minutes of English audio while you make your tea, or learning just one new phrase. Allow these questions to settle. Speaking aloud, even to yourself, helps to cement these ideas in your mind and makes English a living, breathing part of your day. You might even consider writing down your answers in a small notebook dedicated to your English journey. It's a beautiful way to track your gradual progress and to see how your brain has been rewiring itself with every thoughtful step. As we gently bring our time together to a close, I hope you feel a little more at peace with your English journey. We've explored the quiet truth that mastery isn't about dramatic leaps or sudden bursts of genius. It's a tender, consistent dance of small, intentional steps. Remember, true mastery, whether in learning a language or anything else, isn't about being the smartest or having some special talent. It's about cultivating that deep, sustained sense of persistence. It's about showing up day after day with a gentle heart, even when the progress feels slow, even when the words feel elusive. Your brain, beautiful and adaptable, has been rewiring itself with every moment you've spent with English. Every word you've repeated, every sentence you've listened to, every little thought you've formed in this language. These are all tiny acts of creation, slowly, steadily building your fluency. This isn't a race. It's a journey of gradual progress, unfolding at its own perfect pace. Thank you for choosing to spend this quiet time with me and with English. It truly means the world that you invite this space of calm learning into your day. If this episode, this soft moment of connection with English, has helped you feel a little more confident, a little more encouraged on your path to mastery, I'd be so grateful if you shared it with someone else who is also learning, perhaps a friend or a family member who might also appreciate a gentle hand in their own English journey. Until next time, take care of yourself. Keep nurturing that quiet flame of consistent effort. And know that every gentle step you take brings you closer to the beautiful mastery you seek.